Well, it gives me personally a sense of satisfaction. When we started 30 years ago, I didn't realize we'd be here talking about all this. And of course, one of the culminations of this was the nomination and inscription as a World Heritage Site of Gorham's Cave, which we wouldn't have imagined when we started. But of course, for me, it's also, and this links up very well with the Calpe Conference, I've made a lot of personal friendships, people who've come from different parts of the world, scientists and researchers, initially to collaborate, and we've become very good friends over the years. And it would be nice to see most of them, if not all of them, present at this Calpe Conference talking about one aspect or the other, because we mustn't forget that it started with Gorham's, but on the back of this we then started the first urban excavations in Gibraltar, Main Street, even here. So we've learnt a lot about medieval history of Gibraltar, and in many ways this Calpe Conference is really going to be about that incredible time machine that is Gibraltar and that wonderful history that it tells us, not just about the Neanderthals.
So who can we expect to come and talk at the event?
Well, we have a range of speakers, but I'm particularly keen to emphasize that probably for the first time in the Calpe Conferences we have an incredibly large nucleus of what I would call local speakers from Gibraltar or from the area who have worked in Gibraltar. And that is, I think, a credit to the quality of research that goes on here and people here. But we have other people from outside to situate the story that we're telling in context. We're setting it in the context of Iberia and North Africa. So we have people from Spain, people from the UK, Professor David Abulafia from Cambridge University, who's quite well known here now. He's coming as one of the speakers. We have some speakers, for example, Dr. Ripoll from Madrid, who works extensively on cave art, and is going to talk about the cave art of the south, or Robert Sala from Catalonia, who is going to talk about some of the prehistory of North Africa. So these people have been asked to come to situate Gibraltar in some sort of wider context.
Well, we know that the Calpe Conference is a multi-day event, so can you give us an idea of how commemorating those 30 years is going to be sort of planned out? You've mentioned who's going to be speaking there, but what aspects of those 30 years of hard work are going to be looked at?
Well, it's going to be difficult to summarize it all, but I will kick it off with an overview. And then we will have we will look at the early prehistory of Gibraltar, the Neanderthals. We will then look at the more recent prehistory, the modern human people, the Neolithic. That will then take us into a strong component, which is the Phoenicians, and who these mariners were, the Phoenicians, the Greeks, the Romans, and all that. There will be speakers coming from Madrid to talk to us about Carteia. Now, Carteia has been very well researched by a team from Madrid University in recent years, and of course Carteia in Roman days was Carteia Gibraltar, Hercules, the column of Hercules. So it's really the city of Gibraltar in some way. We forget that borders are more recent than that. So it's interesting to have the Roman period included in that way. And then we will move into the medieval period, which is very strong here in Gibraltar, of course, a little bit in the post-medieval period, and then into the British period, 1704, post-1704, fortifications, and then the Gibraltarians themselves. So it's really going to be three days racing through the history of Gibraltar. I don't think it's ever been done before.